Hey y'all, it's Deisha Rosetta with this week's installment of Whole Life Together Wednesday. And today's topic is self-care and boundaries. As we approach at the holiday season, I think it's really important for everyone to have a self-care routine and to know how to create boundaries, especially during this time of year. A lot of us are spending time with friends and family that we may not see often, that may trigger us, that may make us feel some kind of way about what we're doing in life. And I think it's really important to be able to set up boundaries and to be able to take care of ourselves when those boundaries are stretched or where those boundaries may not be as easy to make as they are in regular life or regular day-to-day life. It's definitely important to set boundaries and have a self-care routine outside of the holiday season, but this is a time of year where a lot of people have a lot of things come up that they may feel ill prepared to deal with because of the situations and circumstances that they find themselves in. So one of the things that I just want to talk about first is setting boundaries. And boundaries can sometimes be something that people are like, well, I need to have boundaries, but I don't know how to do that. Having a boundary can be as simple as saying no without having a response after it. So if someone asks you to go somewhere or do something that you don't want to, say no. Don't feel obligated if you don't feel like doing it. That's one of the biggest things with boundaries, is not doing something based off of obligation, but by desire and because you basically want to do it. So step one, setting boundaries, saying no without explanation. So say no, just say no. Like the whole back in the day drug campaign, just say no. People may look at you, especially family, and say, well, why is he or she saying no? Like, are they being bougie? Are they acting brand new? Or whatever their responses may be, those are their responses. You are not responsible for someone else's responses. You are, however, responsible for how you feel and how you respond instead of reacting to particular situations. Now, talking about self-care. Self-care is also having the ability to say no without having an explanation behind it. Self-care means walking away from a room that you may find yourself in with people that you find bring triggers to your life or that you may feel are toxic in areas of your life. So if you don't have another room that you can step into, step outside. Now, some places are going to be cold. I understand stepping outside may not be the most ideal situation, but the whole point of self-care is to take care of yourself in such a way so that you are not in an emotional state where you are reacting instead of responding. So sometimes stepping outside into the cold is exactly what you need for you to be able to, as my mother says, get your wits about you and be able to come back into the situation as a whole and complete person that you are, showing up in the way that you want to show up and not necessarily how people are expecting you to show up. Another thing that's coming up for me as I'm making this right now is people's eating choices. If you have decided to eat differently, if you have decided to take on a healthier lifestyle than the people that you may be encountering over the holiday season, it's okay to bring your own food. It's okay for you to eat before you come or before or after you leave. Do what you need to do to stick to the self-care routine that you have come up with for yourself in regards to healthy eating, so that you don't feel bad about yourself when the holidays are over because you've eaten ham and you've decided not to eat pork anymore, or you ate all the turkey and you can't get off the couch and you haven't eaten turkey in like 2 years. Do what you need to do for yourself so that at the end of the day, at the end of the holiday, you don't feel like you have compromised your integrity or your sense of self in order to please someone else or do what you feel is expected of you. So saying no, going outside, taking a breath, going into a different room, going to a friend's house or another family member's house to create boundaries when you're in a situation, and also sticking up for your own beliefs in regards to your own health care, the food that you put into your body, or how you decide to live your life when you're not in front of those friends and family on Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Christmas. are all boundary and self-care routines that I think would be really beneficial for you guys to use now and going forward. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got another topic you want me to talk about next week. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.